Manchester United have made two marquee signings in the transfer market in the form of Lenny Yoro and Joshua Zirkzee, and they will be looking to further that in the coming weeks with a spate of new signings. And that could still include Matthijs de Ligt, according to Fabrizio Romano, with the Italian journalist claiming that the Bayern star is dreaming of the opportunity to join the Red Devils. Ineos' first transfer window as minority shareholders has had a decent start, with the two young stars joining the club on long-term deals for a combined outlay of just under £100 million. There will be a natural focus on outgoings, with their only major sale so far being that of Mason Greenwood as the new ownership team look towards changing the fortunes of the club. But once they are sorted, a move for de Ligt could come to fruition with the player dreaming of a move to the northwest. Meanwhile, a deal for Bayern Munich right-back Noussair Mazraoui is also progressing, with the Moroccan also wanting to make the switch to Old Trafford. Romano: de Ligt, dreaming of Man Utd move. The defender has yet to play in the Premier League. Speaking on his Here We Go podcast, Romano gave United fans hope by suggesting that despite a move not advancing for de Ligt to move to Old Trafford, the player is still dreaming of the opportunity to move to the club, and that is a possibility in the future, as long as they sell a current star to cover the costs of the move. He said, de Ligt remains an option for Manchester United. The conversation is ongoing on the club's side, but again, on the player's side, there are still no changes. The player wants to go to Manchester United, the player dreams of this opportunity, but now it depends on the clubs. What's the problem? It's kind of a domino effect. So we need one of the pieces of this domino to move, because basically, Manchester United want to bring in one more centre-back, but they also need an outgoing to make it easier. De Ligt would be the icing on the cake. United's defensive ranks would improve greatly. De Ligt, described as world-class by Bayern sporting director Christoph Freund, would be a superb signing for the Red Devils, and having been touted with a move for a fee of just £42 million, his availability at such a low fee is an opportunity that Erik ten Hag and Dan Ashworth should be snatching at, especially with the player being incredibly keen on a move to the theatre of dreams. Yoro is a superb signing for the club and will no doubt be a strong buy for the future, but the Frenchman is lacking in experience and he could take a couple of years to assimilate to the Premier League before finally making his mark at Old Trafford. Raphael Varane's departure to Como means that Yoro has effectively replaced him, but with Victor Lindelof being linked with a move away from United, a new man would be needed, and that could well be de Ligt, having worked with Ten Hag at Ajax where he became, and remains, the only defender to ever win the UEFA Golden Boy Award after his breakthrough in the Netherlands. Should he join, it would leave Johnny Evans as fifth choice, having signed for an extra season, but a quartet of de Ligt, Yoro, Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire represents a huge improvement in their defensive ranks for the Red Devils. Noussair Mazraoui is intent on joining Man United this summer, with personal terms not expected to be an issue. Manchester United Football Club have made a couple of important signings so far, with the Red Devils looking to strengthen Erik ten Hag's playing squad before the new campaign kicks off. Further additions are definitely required if the Old Trafford side are serious about competing regularly at the highest level. It feels as though the right-back position is now next in line for an upgrade. United have been heavily linked with a move to acquire Noussair Mazraoui from Bayern Munich over the last week or so, with the man from Morocco touted as a replacement for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, Florian Plettenberg has provided an update on that front, claiming that the player wants to join United, with immediate effect. Personal terms for Mazraoui are not believed to be an issue. However, any deal to sign the 26-year-old could be reliant on selling Wan-Bissaka first. United are said to be in talks with West Ham United over the sale of the Englishman. Mazraoui feels like a sidegrade on Wan-Bissaka, although the two players have extremely different skill sets. The Bayern man fits more in line with the way Ten Hag likes to play the game, which is probably why the Reds are keen on bringing him in. With 1 year left on Wan-Bissaka's deal, it does seem as though United are looking to move on from him now in order to ensure they receive some sort of transfer fee back for the Englishman. Mazraoui will likely play second fiddle to Diogo Dalot for large parts of the season, though it's his ability to come into the side and make an impact in the final third that makes this transfer an encouraging one. Yes, it's not the most glamorous move United will make during this window, but it's an important piece of business nonetheless. Do you think Noussair Mazraoui is a good signing for Man United? Let us know your thoughts in the comment box below. New signing Joshua Zirkzee has been spotted on holiday with Bayern Munich sensation Jamal Musiala to fuel the suggestion Manchester United could boast a trump card in any future race for the Bayern Munich playmaker's signature. Musiala is regarded as one of the best young players on the planet for club and country. The 21-year-old has already totted up 34 caps for the Germany national team. Musiala, who spent time at Chelsea during his academy days, is a key figure at Bundesliga giants Bayern. Speculation around his immediate future has been tentative, but Manchester City are said to admire Musiala, who only has 24 months to run on his contract at the Allianz Arena. His record for Bayern reads 43 goals and 31 assists in 163 matches across all competitions. As for Zirkzee, meanwhile, he was sworn in from Bologna this summer as United paid £36.5 million for his signature. The Dutchman will provide cover and competition for Rasmus Højlund next season, but can also play out wide and might find a route into the starting 11 that way. Zirkzee is not with United on their US tour. However, the 23-year-old is not too far away from his new teammates, and has been spotted with Musiala in Los Angeles. The pair featured on an Instagram post uploaded by the Bayern forward. Needless to say, that picture has got fans and Musiala's followers speculating, with plenty of comments putting two and two together to float the idea that United will eventually sign Musiala. United are in negotiations with Bayern this summer. However, that is regarding a deal for Matthijs de Ligt with the Netherlands centre-back, who has verbally agreed personal terms, a firm target for Ineos. Musiala's post featured a short caption. It read, "Back-to-back." Zirkzee also spent time at Bayern prior to joining Bologna, and United could try to make the most of his friendship with Musiala should they decide to enter the race for his signature. Manchester United are hoping for a busy end to the transfer window, and Team Talk can exclusively reveal that they could still sell Antony for a cut price fee. The Red Devils sporting director Dan Ashworth continues to work on a deal for Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Manuel Ugarte, but a new striker, right back and another centre-back are also wanted. Bayern Munich's Noussair Mazraoui is the next name on Man United's shortlist, but the number of players they sell will ultimately determine how much business they do before the end of the window. Sources have revealed to Team Talk transfer correspondent Fraser Fletcher Gillen that they are open to selling Antony, who has been a gigantic waste of money so far. Man Utd forked out £81 million to sign the Dutch winger 2 years ago and has scored just 11 goals in 82 appearances since then. Team Talk can exclusively reveal that Man Utd now accept that they overpaid by a massive amount when they signed Antony and now see his true value at around £25 million. Man Utd are keen to see if there is interest in the market for Antony, but face a few major roadblocks even if a club are willing to match his reduced price tag. Besiktas hold interest in Man Utd flop. Team Talk sources suggest that Antony remains very happy at Old Trafford, and that's no surprise given he's on a huge contract of £200,000 per week. The 24-year-old is under contract until 2027, with an option for a further year. That is one point the Red Devils see as a major issue, and therefore will hope he can come good if he's not sold. We understand that Besiktas are very keen on Antony but can't afford his current wages, and convincing him to move to Turkey seems impossible at this stage. The Brazilian has also been looked at by sides in the Saudi Pro League, but they are not planning to make a bid for him anytime soon. Sources have informed Team Talk that Man Utd are admirers of Chelsea defender Trevoh Chalobah, and he would have to think about a move to Old Trafford if the opportunity presents itself. Ashworth and company have spoken with Chalobah's agents to understand the possibility of a deal, and funds generated from Antony's potential sale could be put towards it. It will be a busy few weeks for Man Utd as they try to finalize their squad for a huge campaign in which they hope to land a spot in the Champions League.